You know what time it is.
Music. Hey, tell them that you like that. Hey, this a mic check. You fucking up my count, I told you I'ma call you right back. She might be a wifey to you, but to me a nightcap. Fly to Cali just to blow a bag, cause bitch I'm like that. And I ain't tripping, I know I'ma make it right back.
Welcome to another episode of Gameonblitzz, your ultimate hub for sports, hip-hop, and today's hottest topic. Come join our conversation and give us your thoughts and your insight, and come vibe with the community. And you know, if you don't want to get hit, and you got that itch for the game of sports, and you want to debate, you know where to go. Gameonblitzz. So yeah, welcome back to another episode. Last episode we did a prediction for the play-in tournament and also the first games of the playoffs. And so now that we're here after the games, the result came out. Obviously, we watched the games and stuff like this. So we're going to go and give our takes on each game and how it went and how do we feel going forward. So, Mo, what's the first game we're
The first game is the Pacers and the Bucks game that we're going to cover.
Yeah. So what was your initial prediction for that one? I think we both had the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had the Bucks winning. Did you?
Oh yeah, I had the Bucks winning too.
Yeah, we both had the Bucks winning.
Yep, I had the Bucks winning.
But like for me, the game, I was assuming that Damian Lillard is gonna be back because I saw the report that he was cleared for all physical contact.
Yeah.
Like in sport-related pause. But you're looking at the game, I just feel like Giannis was carrying. There was two starters that played 22 minutes respectfully and had 0 points the whole game. I've never seen Kyle Kuzma like this type of style line before. He played 22 minutes, he had 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and 0 points. I've never seen that before. And then Torrey Prince played 20 minutes, had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 0 points. You can't win a playoff game like that. And those are starters. It's not like, okay, guys coming off the bench. Those are two starters. Like even if Dame comes back and if they have that same respectful outcome, those two players, I don't think they can win a game in this series. Like if you look at it, Giannis dropped 36 points, 12 rebounds, and 1 assist. Like that's if those guys, and then if you look at the scoreline, for example, it said like if Kyle Kuzma and Torrey Prince contributed like 10 points each, this game could have been a different game. You get what I'm saying? Because if you go down and look at the Pacers, like it's kind of like spread out how they score their points. So for me, and I saw Doc Rivers. He did an interview after the game, was talking about how good Kuzma is. I don't care like how good you might think your player is, but whenever this game time is, they need to show us. You get what I'm saying? Because we're not in the locker room. We don't know. We're not in their practice facility. We don't know what they do, like during practice or like how they help the team.
Yeah.
But when you get on the court, that's how we judge. We judge you like for what you do on the court, right? And if you get on the court and the display is like 0 point the whole game and you play, it's not like you play 5 minutes.
Yep.
You play 22 minutes and you putting up 0 points, then come on, like we have something to talk about. You get what I'm saying? So for me, those guys and we've seen that throughout the playoff. A lot of man players, if they don't show up, their team struggle to win, and that's how playoff comes about. Like players have to contribute for you to kind of win the series. But I mean, it's a 7-game series. Maybe they will pick it up from now, but that was just my takeaway from that game.
Yeah, I kind of agree with almost pretty much everything you said, and also I want to highlight something with Kyle Kuzma. First, let's just talk Giannis first. Giannis did a great job. He was out there pretty much by himself, and Kuzma was not. Torrey Prince also had 0 points. Kyle Kuzma had 0 points. Also, Chris Livingston, he only played 1 minute, so we don't really count that. Jericho Sims also played 10 minutes, also has 0 points. So when we're talking about help, you can see where Giannis could have probably gotten some help to at least make this game a little close. And yeah, so Giannis had a phenomenal job: 12 rebounds, 36 points, 2 blocks, 1 assist, 1 steal. So he can't do it by himself. The thing with Kyle Kuzma is Kyle Kuzma was traded to that team for that specific reason because they needed him to do what Chris Middleton was doing. and Chris Middleton played. To me, I don't think it was a good trade. I didn't like the trade. I think Chris Middleton should have stayed there. He's familiar with the team, and he's good. He can get buckets. Kyle Kuzma right now, I feel like he's just Kyle Kuzma. He didn't progress from where he's like left off since he left LA. I think he's a volume shooter. He's really not that efficient to me, and I don't think he is a player that's gonna make a huge difference. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe he can prove us wrong in this playoff. It's still a lot of games left to be played. So yeah, and I know Doc Rivers said that you can't score if you're not touching the ball a lot. But to that, yeah, a little bit, because Kyle Kuzma felt it was 0 for 5. But what about the free throw? He took 2 free throws and missed both, right? So that could have got him going, right? At least knocking down 2 free throws. That's better than those 0 stats. Okay, let's just say what he said is right? Doc Rivers, okay, he didn't touch the ball a lot. Okay, cool. We don't expect the points to be crazy. But if you look at it, so what about the steals? 0 steals. So that means he's not playing no defense. At least he's not trying. And we're looking at the assist. 0 assists. Okay, maybe if you don't touch the ball, rebound. 0 rebound, that means you're not fighting for the board. So pretty much you had 0 all across the board. 0 points, 0 rebound, 0 assists, 0 block, 0 turnover. At least, 22 minutes, 0 for 5.
0 steals.
That Torrance Prince,
terrible stats.
At least Torrance Prince had like 3 assists, 2 rebound, and so I'm looking at that. I'm like, yo, that's horrible. Like, I don't care how you want to put it, Doc. To me, that's just terrible. It doesn't make any sense.
That's
so
bad.
At the end of the day, I think Damian Lillard need to come back in order for them to win. I don't think they'll be able to do it without him.
Yeah, I was saying that I think next game is gonna be, because I think Damian Lillard gonna. I don't know if you saw the game. There was a timeout moment when Tyrese Halliburton and
I saw that.
Lillard, they exchanged words. That Dame. I think when Dame's comeback time could be different, because he can kind of facilitate on the floor more and give Giannis more space to like kind of go get buckets.
Yep.
And I do think like now, I don't know if I'm kind of leaning to the Pacers a little bit, but if Dame comes back, I think they could, because they don't know if he's coming back next game. They said that he was supposed to play this game, but he didn't play. So for me, I don't want them to like keep Dame all the way when it's like maybe like 2, 3, 1, trying to bring Dame's back. That's not gonna be more any more effective than they probably hurt them more. I think it's like, don't let the game get away from you.
Yeah.
If Dame is good to go next game, he should be able to play. So they kind of like, don't go far down and then bring him back trying to save it, because that's the same thing they did last year and it didn't work. And it was against the same team. You get what I'm saying? So,
but I believe last year Giannis got injured too. He didn't play some of the games.
Yeah, he didn't play some of the games.
Yeah, so obviously Dame's status, he had some type of issue like blood clot or something like that. So he was cleared to play, but they just still wanted to reserve him for the first game.
Yeah,
but he's gonna play the second game. I think when Dame come, it's gonna look different. And I still got the Bucks winning this series, but for some odd reason, there's always been tension between the Bucks and the Pacers, and for some reason, the Bucks seem to struggle with the Pacers. I don't even think the Pacers are just better. I think they just kind of have their numbers. Like, so if they don't be careful, the Pacers might, put them out. Because I think they did the same thing with the Knicks. Remember, they went all to 7 games and things like they made it tight. They made it. I don't know if the Pacers won that series, if I'm not mistaken, but I remember they made it very tough. Okay. So it's like, they can make noise. They got Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam. So those boys are pretty tough. But again, Damian Lillard did all that talking. Dame better come on Dame time, bro. He better not just do all that talking and you let Tyrese gonna talk his shit. Like, he gonna talk shit. So if he gonna talk shit, you better back it up. And Dame is known for backing it up, but you gotta do it every time.
Yeah,
if you do it, you gotta do it every time, man. And as far as that, Kyle Kuzma had a goose egg.
Do you still have the Bucks winning the series?
Yeah, I got the Bucks winning still. Probably six game. I won't be shocked if it go to 7.
Yeah, I want to see the outcome of the second game when Dame's comeback has.
Oh, they're gonna win the second game. I got them winning the second game. It's gonna be a good game though. It's gonna be a good game. But I got them winning the second game. And shout out to Tony Snell. He's no longer the guy that had 0, 0, 0, 0 all across the board for the stats. Kyle Kuzma joined them, and so he can finally rest now. Kuzma got that.
Right.
So yeah, we can move on to the next game.
So the next games on the Denver Nuggets and the LA Clippers. This to me was the game of the week for that day. For that
Hmm.
day, I don't know. Like I'm not gonna lie. I remember we were talking. I was telling you how Clippers. To me, I still think Clippers gonna win this series, bro. Clippers a problem.
Yeah.
Like that game went to OT, and Denver won by 2. And but if you look like across the board, I feel like everybody like on the Clippers teams, like look how the points was like kind of spread out. Everybody played well. And it just came down to like, one possession game and Denver was able to win that game. And like to me, like this game, I feel like it just finding a way to kind of like contain Jokic. I think that's how they win this game because bro, Jokic is he's so effective. It's crazy. It's like if he's not making baskets, he's making plays. If he's not making plays, he's like I don't know. For me, it's like they don't really have Zubac. I feel like Zubac did like a decent amount of job, but Jokic is Jokic. He's gonna get his off anyway. You get what I'm saying? So for
Yeah.
me, like I don't think like the Clippers have to change anything because everybody like across the board, like to me, played well. Everybody, was effective in terms of like rebounding, making basket. Zubas had like 13 rebounds, and who else? You know what I'm saying? So like for me, there's nothing really to change. It's gonna come down to those. I feel like this whole series is gonna be close game. It's not gonna be. We're not gonna see any blowout in this series. It's gonna be close game because both teams have players that can knock down shots. Both teams that can kind of like move around in the perimeter. But yeah, for me, that was just my takeaway from this game. It's gonna come down to like who kind of won how to contain Jokic more than.
Yeah. Me again, like remember you. I do remember you was talking about Clippers are gonna be tough to play with, which I agree with. And
Hmm.
this was a very close game, and it looked like at one point that the Nuggets was completely out of it. And every time Jokic stepped off the floor, they were struggling
Yeah.
to do anything.
Hmm.
And Kawhi was looking like the old Kawhi from the Spurs, and when he played for the
Toronto.
Toronto. So
Mm.
with his robotic shot. So and then James Harden started out very hot too, and then things started changing. The Nuggets started making a couple runs, a few runs here and there, and a few stop. Westbrook was playing really good on defense and making a lot of
Hmm.
making disrupting
Yeah.
things, and also he knocked down some crucial shots. And
Hmm.
again, I got the Nuggets winning this series, like I said. And I'm like, the Clippers are good, but I think like the hype to me is like it's being a little bit overhyped. They're being overhyped a little bit to me. I think they're a good team. Like they're not nowhere like a scrub team or whatever. But I think the Nuggets is just a little bit better than them. And I think Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray are gonna do a pretty good job. I think to me, I prefer those two over James Harden and Norman Powell, whoever is the third. Zubac played a pretty good game too, but I feel like to do that every game against Jokic. Jokic is not a great defender, but Zuka is not also like this great offensive players. He get like offensive rebound, putbacks, and things like that. So yeah, so it's kind of like to me it's gonna be a good series, but the Nuggets is
Hmm.
gonna win to me. And again, Jokic almost a triple dub again, and he's gonna get to almost every game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not gonna be like I don't think Zubac will do a good job, but he's gonna get what he needs to get anyway.
yeah,
Like there might be a couple games where he's struggling to shoot, where he will facilitate more, but it's just to me I still think like that game is like 50-50. I think anybody can win the series. I feel like the Clippers can win the next game and then kind of take it.
no, they're gonna lose though. They're going 2-0 back to Clippers, and then they're gonna get one game over there in LA to me, and then
So you say it would be 5-1?
uh it
4-1, 4-1,
I
4-1,
got 4-2. I think they're gonna
4-2.
win one in Denver.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I think
Okay.
Denver gonna still one over there, and as
So
far as that, and then
okay.
but why did Aaron Gordon come to the game looking like that?
I think that was from practice. I don't. Yeah, I
He
think that
got
was from he
jumped.
probably got elbowed in the
Dog
face.
got jumped.
They ain't getting it.
Dog got jumped. I don't want to hear that, bro. He had a
They ain't
black
got
eye,
elbowed in
bro. He
practice,
came
bro.
to the game like this.
His eyes was all black.
Dog,
Yeah, but
he got
at the
jumped.
outside, yeah.
He got jumped. But yep.
Yeah. But moving on,
Mhm.
you got something to say? Go ahead.
No, that's it.
So the New York Knicks versus the your team, Detroit Pistons.
Yep. And I told them boys.
I
I
I feel
told
like
them
that game
boys.
was boring. That game was boring. For me, it's like I got New York winning this series for simple fact that this is kid first like rodeo in the playoff. Like that team's fairly young. Like they kind of like more polished like older player on that team is Tobias Harris, which he had a really good game. But other and Beasley, maybe
Mhm.
Dennis Schroeder too, because he's been a couple of playoffs. But for me, it's just like the gear like whoever's gearing that team is Kate Cunningham. This is the first like this is second year in the league, right? He was a rookie last year.
No, I think third.
Third.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's fairly young. So I feel like for me they just got they dipping their toes in the water for this year. Pause is just kind of like you fill out a little bit. Jalen Duran and even the Thompson twin. Like so those guys, I feel like this their first experience. So they're gonna take this experience and go on next year. Like Detroit hasn't been in the playoff in very long time, and with what the New York Jalen Brunson is back, Josh Hart, Anthony
Yeah.
Tom. So those guys, I think this would be like maybe 4-1, maybe probably like a gentleman
So
sweep.
me, well, with the Pistons and the Knicks, I already had the Knicks winning. I got the Knicks winning the series. I don't think the Pistons are experienced enough to win this series. And to me, it's one main factor here. They have Action Bronson. That's it. To me, like the boys, is him. You feel me? So
It's
as long
tough.
as he's healthy, he's gonna get them over the hump. And I think this right here should be a warm up for them for the next round. And I really believe that. And I think having Carl Anthony Town will also, this is his first year, so I think they'll be able to go further in the West. I mean the East than they did last year with this team. And that's what I truly believe in. Again, looking at it, Cade Cunningham is a young phenom. He had 21, 12 assists, right? 21, 12 assists and
Yeah.
6 rebounds. Those are great numbers. Tobias Harris, obviously we know he's a vet, so 25 points, 6 rebounds and 0 assists. Obviously he got traded from Philly because they felt like he wasn't the guy. So they're a young team. They're just not experienced enough, but I think they're pretty good. But I think maybe 4-1 or 4-2. I can see them getting maybe 1 or 2 games, possibly. This is the NBA, obviously. So to me, that's how I feel, and I got the Knicks still winning the series. So
Yeah, me too. Me too.
so enough of the Detroit Pistons and the Knicks. We can move on to the next game.
The Lakers versus the Timberwolves.
What do you
LeBron.
what do you do?
James.
What do you do to what do you do to
The
Luca?
Luka. Yeah. Yeah, the Lakers versus for me this game. Obviously, LeBron started slow. He started very slow. Like the first quarter, he had like
No, he was ass. He didn't start slow. He was
yeah,
ass.
yeah. He started, but I mean, in the back end of the game, like he dropped a couple of buckets. But for me, it's just this is gonna come down to defending like getting rebound. I feel like Jackson Hayes, he's like 7 feet tall. Like I'm saying, it's like. Well, he got like 3 rebounds, bro. Like Luca was leading the team with rebound. Like and then if you look at the Timberwolves, bro, they got a lot of like 6'10", 6'11" players. You get what I'm saying? It's like, and those guys are younger, they move their feet quicker. And for me, this game for Lakers to win this game, they have to what JJ Redick's been doing. Like when you was talking about how he been kind of hiding Luka a little bit, and they've been playing like team defense, kind of like I think for them to win this series, they gotta play like that way that everybody been praising JJ Redick how he been setting up this team. For me, that's the only way they can win this game because Anthony Edwards is gonna do what he's gonna do, and they have a lot of good role players on that team. Even Julius Randle, I was saying coming to this, like I don't really trust him, like to like his contribution hasn't really been effective like all year. So for me, this team, guys coming off the bench, like DiVincenzo comes off the bench and he give like he give a good minute. Like he get rebounds, he get assists, he knock down a couple of threes. And it's gonna be a tough series for Lakers, but I still think the Lakers can win. But they just have to play that team defense because individually we can see that a lot of them like really can't play proper defense. That was just my takeaway from that game.
Yeah, me. Yeah, you made a lot of great point. I think this game, to me, this game was kind of weird. I was watching it. From the first quarter, I was like, okay, like I think LA's gonna run away with this. But quickly things change, and I think the reason for that, that first quarter, LeBron didn't play good at all. Bron looked like he was actually 41 years old. He's 40, so 40 years old. So he looked like father. It looked like Father Time was getting to him, because LeBron had 0 rebound, 0 assist, 0 points. The only stat he had was 11 points. I was like, yo, what's going on? Is he still injured? Is he not 100%? Like, what's going on? And he was defensively, he wasn't really doing a good job either. But Luka in that first quarter was going crazy. Luka damn near carried them in that first quarter. And then at some point it was like, at some point it was like 7-15. It looked like they were running away with it. And then quickly the Timberwolves started hitting shots. And to me, I was like, okay, like eventually they're gonna make a run, and then Lakers gonna keep it up. And LeBron kept missing shot. If LeBron would have scored maybe four field goals in that first quarter,
like, it could have been different.
It would have been different, right?
That's a fact.
And
That's a fact.
not only that, Austin Reeves also didn't play good, right? He was struggling. He was missing shots. He was taking some terrible shots and things like that. And the turnover was key. Whenever they made a run on the fast break, it was one fast break. The guy actually kicked it. It was another fast break. Austin Reeves turned the ball over, and to me that affected the game right there and then. And then the Timberwolves started hitting shot. Reed and McDaniels, and even Julius Randle hit a couple threes here and there, and later on in the game.
Yeah.
So me, I would say, what the Lakers need to do, they need to play better defensively. They need to play better offensively. LeBron needs to step up. That 3-duo that they got, the pick and rolls, pick and pop, and things that they be doing with LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves and Bron, all of that, they need to pick that up to the full max. They need to turn it up a notch. And then defensively, you know, they need to do better defensively. They need to do a better job hiding Luka, and that's hard because you got McDaniels, you got what's his name, Reed, Nas Reed. They all can put the ball on the floor. They can take it to the rack. They're all way more like athletic than Luka, faster than him. So it's gonna be difficult to do that. And you can't really put Luka on Gobert. Maybe you just might have to do that. And what they were doing every time the Timberwolves got a chance, they were exposing Luka. Pick and roll, attack Luka. And I'm not gonna say Luka wasn't playing defense. He tried. That's what I was telling you. Luka is just not a good. I was telling you, Luka is not. He can't move his feet that quick. He can't move laterally. Like he couldn't move. He couldn't keep up. So everybody was taking advantage of him, and that's what I've been telling y'all this whole time. Luka is good offensively on defense. Putting forth the effort is better than not putting forth the effort. But right now, it looked like it's gonna be a long game, and this looked like it's gonna prove if they get out the first round, it's gonna make Nico Harrison look like a genius.
Yeah.
It's gonna make him look like, okay, that's what I was talking about. Defense win championship. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything you said. I agree. But I don't think though, I don't think this was like their best game. It didn't look like how they've been playing.
Yep.
You know, coming into the playoffs. So that's why I still give them a hope. I think they can get out of this.
I do too.
Series.
They
have to. Like, for Luka to have any faith with this whole Nico Harris thing, they have to get out of the first round. I mean, they have to win this first round series against the Timberwolves.
I agree. Because if you look, I'm looking at it right now. Like McDaniel had 25 points, bro, and
he was going crazy.
Anthony Edwards only had 22. He didn't even have a great game, right? But he was hitting those three. He was 8 for 22. That's like not great. What else? Was Nas Reed? Nas Reed had what 23 points. That's what killed them. You got both of those guys going for 22 and 25. And Julius Randle had what? 16 points. He had a decent game too. And if you go on the other side, LeBron 19, Jackson had 1 point. Like 2 rebounds, right? 3 rebounds. That's an acceptable.
3 rebounds. That's a 7-4, bro. Like that's bad.
Austin Reeves 5 for 13. That's not acceptable. Like 5 for 10. Luka's the only one that had a great game on offense, and on defense he tried. And
he tried.
That's what they just have to change that and turn it up and just better stride. I still got them winning.
Yeah, me too, for sure. Yeah, moving on to the Sunday games. Like, I actually have a question for this first game for you, right? This was the Memphis against OKC. Like my question is right. Do you think the OKC played like bad? Do you think the OKC had played terrible, or it just the I mean Memphis? Do you think Memphis played terrible? It just like OKC offense is like was too much for them. Cause bro, I'm looking at his style line, bro. Like it was bad. Only John Morant and that kid Bangley had like hit double digit numbers. Everybody else was trash. Like Jaren Jackson scored 4 points, Zach Edey, and they played. Jaren Jackson played 30, 20, like almost 30 minutes. Desmond Bain, which is the second, second best player on that thing, played 27 minutes, only scored 9 points. And the thing, putting it like factoring in that shit didn't really play. He only had 15. He didn't have a good game. You hear what I'm saying? So this why I feel like, bro, this is a cakewalk. Like this is gonna be a 4-0 win. Like I don't think they have a team like to kind of compete against what the OKC have.
Yeah. That's actually a great question because they lost by 51.
Yeah.
Right. So
they play better or OKC
yeah,
just
like to me, I think both of those components played a part. I think OKC is far superior compared to the Memphis Grizzlies, and I think the Memphis Grizzlies also play bad. I don't care how good of a team the other team, like the OKC, how good of a team they are or defensively. You have to look at it. Jaren Jackson had 4.2 for 13. That's not going to happen again. Zach Edey, 4 points. And then you got Ja Morant, 17.6 for 17. He's going to play better than that. Desmond Bain, they gave him like maybe 200 million or whatever it was. 3 for 12, unacceptable. 1 for 6 from the three-point line. That's not going to happen again. And then we got Scottie Pippen Jr., whatever. So Marvin Bagley, 17 points. Steven Adams, 4 points. We seen some of these are role players, but their main player, Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bain, and Scottie Pippen. I mean, not Scottie Pippen. Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, and Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson combined. That's about 29 points all total. No, like 30 points.
Bad.
That's bad.
That's bad.
Like that's bad, right? So
for your starting 3 court, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. So I would say the fact that they play horribly reflect that 50-point margin. That the whooping that they put on them, and they play like shit. Like they would say that John Morant said they would never play this bad again. And then OKC offensively, because they put up 131 points. That means they're loaded, pause, offensively. Yeah. And then on defense, every single body on that team, from Shea to Lou Dort to J Dub to Hartenstein to what's the kid name? The Wiggins, Alex Caruso. You got all of these guys play defense. All of them. Right? So Holmgren. So if you're not having a good day on offense, it's probably because their defense is good, and also you're just playing bad too. So to me, it's what you say. They both play a factor here. They just, and I think it's gonna be if anything, the Grizzlies might win one game, one game. 4-1 or 4-0.
It's not gonna be more than that.
No, not more.
It's
than
like that. They don't have an answer for this team, bro. It's not gonna be more
unless something miraculously happened and the Grizzlies just started playing like a champ. Yeah, right. I agree. But yeah, so that's a cakewalk.
Yeah, that was it for that game. Moving on, the Celtics versus the Orlando Magic, and this game, like Jason Tatum didn't play well.
Nope.
He only had 17 points. He was 8 for 22. And they still won because Derek White had a really good game. He had 30 points, was 7 for 12. But I still think that maybe Orlando, they might get one game here because Vancouver had 36 points and Frank Wagner had 23, and it just the rest of the players, their contribution was terrible. But I mean, I think they don't sell. This is the same games compared to the Memphis and the OKC. I think Celtics they have if on the roster, in terms of a roster spot, their team's way better than this Orlando team. Even with Banchero coming back healthy on their team, I don't think they have any answer for the Celtics team. Even if the Celtics, the main players don't really perform to their level, to their standard that they usually perform at, I think they still can get away with this because even that kid on the bench, bro, Pim Pritchard, he could be started for some of the teams right now that's in the playoffs. Yeah. With the numbers that he's putting up, you get what I'm saying? So I just, for me, this also Orlando might get one game here, because you gotta go to their home too, sometimes home crowd have an advantage of some certain games. They might get one of those greedy games here, but this fairly for me would be like 4-0, 4-1.
Yeah, I agree. You see, this is a reflection of the other game between the Memphis and OKC. And like you said, Jason Tatum played good, 8 for 22 for 17 points. That's not good. It's not, it's like it's whatever. But that lets you know how good. Because I got Boston coming out the East. Boston going back to the final again. The reason why I'm saying that because if Jason Tatum had 17 points, Jaylen Brown had 16 points, and then you got Derek White getting 30 points, it lets you know that they have a full, complete team. And then you got probably going to win the 6th man of the year. Peyton Richard is going to win the 6th man of the year. Has 16 points off the bench, and he can run the offense. Playing the point guard.
Team.
So I'm like, this team is loaded. Pause. This team is good. It's great defensively, offensively. So when your best player can struggle and you still can go out and beat a team. Obviously, it's the Magic. The Magic is not bad. You feel me? They have pretty good players. They have Bancheros, Wagner, and other role players that play pretty good. It's like, again, this is either 4-0 or 4-1. Yeah, 4-0 or 4-1. To me, it's just Boston is the clear-cut better team, and it's not close. But Magic is young. They're gonna fight. They might win one game. That's just how the algorithm works. So I got Boston winning 4-1 or 4-0 in that case. So it is what it is. And then Boston their players gonna have a good game next game and the next 3 games, and it's gonna look like this again. So.
And the thing is, I feel like they might be even well rested because this is gonna be a game where they're probably gonna blow them out by a lot, where they set their like starters down because they're gonna come up against some teams that's really like way better than this team where the starters have to put up more minutes.
Yeah.
So I feel like moving forward they're gonna be more rested, and bro, they have their rotation for me. They got some players on the bench that can come in and like fill in the roles like so well. I feel like, as we say that defense win teams, and for me, this is the most complete team right now.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, OKC, like, they have a powerful defense, but I don't think if you compare roster to roster defensively, I think Boston Celtics is still better than them, like, individually in terms of, like, defense.
I think OKC is a better team than Boston.
Because I think Drew Holiday and Derek White defensively better than a lot of those, like, and they like I would say like they like 3 and 4 because Jason Tatum maybe 1, right? Jaylen Brown 2, Drew Holiday and Derek White come there because if you go like let's just go roster by roster, like Shea and Jalen Williams, right? Those are even Hungry. Those are like the
3
like main player on that team, right? And compare those to those Boston's players, bro. I don't know, bro. I just feel like Boston, the way they play, like Jaylen Brown's defense is crazy.
Yeah, but they played different position.
Drew Holiday.
They played this. Lou Dort probably gonna make all NBA defensive team this year. Like Lou Dort is that guy. Like so Shea's a 2-way player. He can play defense. So to me, it's like. They got homegrown and Chat and Hartenstein. I think because you have to understand, OKC only lost maybe 1 time, 2 times to I think they were 28-1 against the East. Like they were packing niggas up. So
yeah, but that's regular season though.
I mean regular season
playoffs.
Yeah, regular season, but some games are very meaningful and can tell you what's going on in the regular season.
I want to see that matchup. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see that matchup this year. I think that could be a good matchup to watch. It's not gonna be no type of like everything gonna be. It's gonna be up for sure. That matchup.
And this is my pick. If LeBron and them don't get to the final, because that's my team, the Lakers. But I'm a Brown fan, and Luka and AR and whatever. So if they go to, I would want them to go to the final and win. If not, let's say they're out. I want to see either Boston repeat. Repeat. I want to see Shea win his first one.
Yeah, me too.
So if they get to the final, I don't care.
I do want to see Shea win his first one. I do want to see that, but we'll see how that go. Moving on to your least favorite team. Not gonna say your least favorite team, but the team that you don't believe in. The Cavs, they put up a ass whooping on the Miami Heat. They won by like 21 points.
Yeah.
And it just for me, it's the same thing, bro. It's like I feel like for what the Cavs have done this year in the regular season, and it's kind of translating a little bit into the playoff. And I was watching that game. Obviously I didn't watch the full game, but I watched like a good amount of part of that game. Bro, Garland, he's a problem, bro.
Yeah, got it.
He's
But nice.
actually quicker. He's quicker than like what I used to make him like, bro. He's nice and he can. He's very. I'm not gonna say he's like. He knocked down like good shots. Like he knocked down good shots.
Yeah, I mean,
And Donovan Mitchell is always gonna do what he's gonna do. But for me, I just feel like they they are more polished team than the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat after Jimmy Butler left, like they hasn't really. I mean, they've won like a couple good games here and there. They haven't really banked as as much like teams like as much as a team that they was when Jimmy was there before he got into that little trouble. But for me, I think Cavs probably this game's actually for me like compared to the Boston Celtics and the Memphis game, this game probably could be a little bit closer. This could be like maybe like 4-2. I think that he could get like 2 games in this. They could win 2 games, 2 home games in this. But for me, they still lose the.
yeah, yeah. I still don't believe in Cleveland. Like I watched the whole game. And whenever Miami made a comeback, they responded. Just like they've been doing all season. Darius Garland, 27. Darius Garland always been that guy. And Donovan Mitchell, obviously, we know what he's capable of doing. He had 30 points. And the thing I liked about it, he was out there playing defense. So that right there, like I was fucking with that. I'm not saying he doesn't play defense, but he was really out there to get it. And that's what playoff basketball is about. And if you want to be a champion, that's what you have to do. Evan Mobley was out there too. He didn't have the greatest game. But one of the things that also helped them in that game was the guy. Ty Jerome, he had 28 points that game. Right?
Yeah, he was going crazy.
He's nice. He's nice, and I like the fact that he talks shit. So Miami, without Jimmy, they're a different team. Now Tyler Hero got to play the leadership role with Adebayo, and Andrew Wiggins is there. I think this team have potential to be good. If they get another superstar in the offseason, there'll be a problem to. So
for sure.
But I would say, I got Cleveland winning this, maybe 4-1, 4-2. Because I feel like they got too much power on that team. They got Garland, Mobley, and obviously Donovan Mitchell, their leader. So it's gonna be a 4-1, but it's not gonna be as bad as the
other games.
Yeah, correct.
I don't think the margins will be as bad, because Miami they can close the game. They can get close.
Yeah, so I got the Cavs winning that.
All right. Just moving on to the last game of the first round of playoffs.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about this one.
The Rockets versus the Warriors.
Let's talk about this.
I remember when we did a prediction, right? I was saying that I don't really know. I still think I want the Rockets to win, but I was like, as long as you have Steph on your team,
you can't count them out.
The outcome, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really and that's how the game shows me. It's really not predictable. This game's not predictable because if you look at the game, Jalen Green, he didn't really get going. He was terrible on the night. And Rockets did for me you can't really tell what you can get from them because they're such a young team and they move such a fast pace. And if you get from the game, this one thing experience come into play, right? If you watch this game from the previous game, because they played a couple of weeks ago when they nullified Steph, he had a bad
3
shooting
points
night, right? 3-point, right? And then if you watch this game, in the first 2 quarters of the game, Steph was taking the ball to the hole. He, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really shooting. He was
Steph was doing what?
Pause.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was, and then once that got going, and that's when he started shooting. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Steph be knocking down some shots, bro. I'm like, bro, there's no way he's human, bro. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And his quickness, he come up the dribble, and it's he look up 1 second. You can't defend that.
Yeah.
He throw in there, and it's all net.
So do you think
for me the adjustment and the Draymond Green?
So do you think the way do you think you glazing right now? Or you speaking facts?
I'm speaking fact. There's no glazing. I'm speaking fact.
Because I gotta make sure. Because sometimes But
But for me, go ahead.
No, finish.
No, I was saying that I think Golden State gonna win this game. Just for the simple fact of the experience, and then the simple fact the IQ on that team right now, Jimmy and Draymond Green and Steph, that's just gonna take them off over the humps.
Before I even give my take, I agree with what you said. Before I give my take, we have to remember this: Jimmy is 35. Draymond Green is 35. Steph is 37. They're young. They're young, right? Just putting it out there more. They're young. So I was watching this game because me and my cousin had a conversation hours before the game. He's a big Steph fan. You know, Solo, right? He's okay, cutting him. So he's like, you know, he's a big Steph fan. So he's like, Steph is 37. He's not the same Steph. Listen, I'm like, yo, that's true. He's not the same Steph. He's older. That's what it is. But don't forget, he's a top 5 player of all time. Like, you know, you can disagree with it. I can debate anybody about that. So they were talking about, yo, the Rockets are young. They play great defense. They got a great coach. Udoka is a great coach. And they have great talents. Amon, Van Fleet, Şengün, Jalen, all that.
Jalen Green.
Right? And then you got the disruptor, what's his name? Something Brooks. I forgot his name.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks, right? So the game started, I think he missed maybe like the first three shots or something like that. They were on him, switching up. Bro, I'm not going to lie. Steve Kerr was saying this, bro. He said, we have to set multiple screen for Steph. But because now these days, the way they've been playing the game, all they do is grab Steph. Bro, when you watch that game, bro, I have pictures. All they do is grab Steph. Bro, they was literally hugging. Jalen Green was hugging him from the back, like dry humping him. No cap, bro. I swear to God, I never. Look,
so I watched the game.
I'm gonna always say this. They said they never guard a player like in this form, bro. They're switching, they're rotating, they're grabbing them, they're pushing them, they're bumping, everything.
Yeah, because like if you give him like a little bit of margin, he can hit it.
He can hit it.
I'm saying,
Whoa,
like,
whoa. Nigga, no. You get to nah, bro. Antes so que la, bro. What?
We like mama that.
Dog.
Like,
That just kind of. What was I at?
Nah, but I do agree, bro. Yeah, they were doing anything to not give him no space.
Yeah.
Like anything.
Bro, too many. But anyway, so yeah. So we talked about, we made a bet. He said he had a parlay that Steph was gonna score under no more than 29 or 30 points or whatever. And then he was like, Steph is not getting 25 points this game. I said, bro. First of all, the algorithm tells you that Steph struggled the last couple games against the Rockets. The algorithm gonna tell you, life gonna tell you that the next game, he's either going to try to play better, and just naturally, he's going to play better because he's been playing bad the last 3. That's just one factor. 2 is, people been talking about how they've been locking down Steph, this and that. Steph is not the same. The babyface assassin remembers that. When Steph get mad, he plays better. And I'm not even a Steph fan. I said, bro, I'm like, I just seen Steph play against LeBron time and time. And I've seen what he did to them. So I'm like, it's gonna happen. The first half, he texted me. I wish I had the text. I'm gonna post it. He was like, bro, it's over. They're locking him up. This all type of stuff. And I'm like, cool. Steph hit a layup, like you were saying. He started going to the rack, 2 layup. And those layup was difficult. It wasn't no easy layup. Back to back. Then he had an and 1. And then he sent me an emoji like, uh-oh. I'm like, yeah. Then after that,
he woke up.
He hit another shot. I said, uh-oh, it's getting there. Back to back. Steph finished with like what, 31, 32, 33, whatever the case may be. 31. And the one thing you mentioned, and I'm gonna let you have it here after this. Pause. But the one thing you mentioned, you said Jimmy and Draymond. Bro, Draymond is that guy.
Bro, the basketball, bro. Like, I feel like he plays in his head like how to execute on the floor. Like,
yes.
Draymond's like, he's very, very like in terms of that. Like, he don't score a lot of basketball. That's the only thing that go into the game. A lot go into the game, and without Draymond on that team, they're not a four-time champion. Like,
facts.
At all.
Facts.
At all, bro.
Bro, I'm watching the game. Draymond had a putback layup, and then his stat came out at the bottom. 2 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Like, if you look at anybody's stat, you be like, yo, this guy's not having a good game.
Yeah, this guy's not having a good game.
Draymond,
watch the game, bro.
Exactly. What Draymond does offensively, what he does defensively is impeccable. Bro, he's rotating. He's he's making switches. He's telling players where to be. He's calling switches. And we have to understand, Draymond is undersized as a center or power forward. The guy is 6'7".
And he defended 1 through 5.
Yes,
Like I ain't gonna lie, Sengu dunked on him. That look bad. That look real bad. But
that come with the game. But
Yeah, that come with the
what look
game,
bad
but-
is the team that was in the play and just beat the second number 2 team. That looked bad.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
Şengün was missing shot too. He came there, bro. Şengün is a big guy. I'm looking at him like, yo, Draymond is little. Pause.
Bro, look at this, right? Draymond and Jimmy Butler almost played 40 plus minutes. Between both of them. Draymond played 37, Jimmy played 42. That's a lot.
That's it. It
With
is.
age and looking at
Mo, you froze.
none of them. Van Vliet played like 40.
Mo, you
That was
froze.
The rest of them. Can you hear me?
Okay, you good now. You good now.
Did you hear what I said?
You froze. All I heard Van Fleet.
Yeah, so I was looking at the minute, right?
Yeah.
Draymond played 37 minutes. Jimmy Butler played 42.
Okay.
And if you look at the Rockets, right, the only player that played closer to that much was Van Vliet. He played 40 minutes,
Yeah.
and that's because and that's why people don't know how important Draymond is to that team, bro.
I agree.
Like that's why Steve Kerr will tell you, bro. That's why he needs to be on the floor almost like the majority of the time, because how he can facilitate, how he can pull younger player in places where he can be effective for them to like knock down shots. And people don't look at that. Like I feel like now we just like like we go for stat, but that's not the only thing that go into the game. A lot go into the game, and Draymond embodies all of that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, because I always tell you, I'm like, people don't like take value into playing defense. They don't take value into the nuances of the game. They don't care about the intangible, right? And remember I said that I'm like, yo, there's great players that get buckets, but they don't have the intangible. So Steph is a great player, a phenomenal player, and the intangible around that team is Draymond Green, right? So he does a little bit of everything. He hustle. He knows the game. Even offensively, he's not scoring buckets, but he know where to set the pick. He know where to roll. He know who to pass it to. He know when to go for a layup. All of that. Draymond would just do a pick and roll, like drive real hard to the paint, just because he knows he's gonna draw another defender just to pass it in the corner for somebody to hit a three. So this is just like understanding the game. And now Jimmy Butler is just an all-around player. He complement Steph so well. I didn't think that he'll be able to work that. You know, remember we said we don't have Jimmy and Draymond. Like personality probably would have clashed.
On the team.
Boy, we were wrong. Boy, they're working
wrong.
perfectly together.
We were dead wrong.
But-
And Jimmy, he looked like a new person now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's on a team where like he don't really have to coach as much, because he's been on a team where he's been like by far the best player.
That's a
on
good
that team,
point.
where he have to like, you know, like actually tell him what to do. But now he got another player on that team that's almost at the same level of IQ
Yes.
as him, where they can kind of like, one can kind of lay down a little bit, with Jimmy has like kind of taken that role, and Draymond just like, you know, pull people in places and it's working very well. And Jimmy is very, very effective, because he's not like a volume shooter, but like he's like a
Efficient.
you know, yeah, he's very efficient, and he played good deep, bro. He was getting some of the rebounds yesterday. He played good defense. He crashed the board. He do the dirty work, and that team is scary.
And to that point, like he's like a chameleon, right? He's like an embodiment of the intangible, and when you need him to go get a bucket, he can do that too. So like the thing about Jimmy, he's gonna play defense. He's going to go play on offense. He's going to facilitate the ball. He's going to rebound offensively. He's going to rebound defense. And he's going to be there for the putbacks. He does everything. Salah was saying that he's the souped up Iguodala. And I even seen Steve Kerr compare him to Iguodala. I see the similarity, but I don't think they're the same player though. Like,
no, they're not.
Like doing a little dirty. Exactly. Yep. But it was two different situations. When Jimmy came, step back to the right, jump shot, step back to and crucial moments. So like
crucial moments.
Yeah.
Yes.
So to me, and at the end of the game, it was like maybe 30 seconds left. They're still playing defense.
Yep.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. They're scary in the West. They are scary. That's why they want LA to play them first. So I'm glad it happened this way. But yeah, we got one in that series, so we can wrap it up.
I got Golden State winning.
So what's the what you think the outcome is gonna be?
I think that this to me right now is the first game that I think could go to game 6 or 7.
No, I don't see game 6 or 7 in this one.
I see 6 or 7.
No. I don't see game 7 at all. I see 6 game max.
6 is, yeah.
I got Golden State.
I think 6. 6 minimum, 7 max.
I got Golden State. I want them to
Yeah,
keep.
I got Golden State too.
Yeah, I want them to keep like Steph mad. I love when Steph is mad, bro. I never been a big supporter of Steph until yesterday because y'all been playing against Bron. Bro, I'm like, get me that 25 points. So, like, it is what it is, bro. It's Steph. You know what I'm saying? It's Steph.
Yeah, Steph is nice for sure.
But yeah, so
that was it for.
Yep, no, we're gonna wrap it up
today. But let's just do the predictions for today.
Okay.
Today's game. I mean, the Pistons will play the Knicks. I got the Knicks winning that.
They're playing in where? Yep, I got Knicks winning.
Yeah, they're playing in Detroit. Yeah.
I got Knicks going up 2-1.
And Clippers Nuggets. I got Clippers actually winning tonight.
I got Clippers losing.
Okay, so we both got Knicks, and I got Clippers. You got Denver.
Yep. Those are the only 2 games today.
Yeah, today is 2
Okay,
games.
so I got Denver and the Knicks. You got the Knicks,
Clippers and the Knicks.
and the Clippers. Okay. All right, so we're going to wrap it up there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on Gameonblitzz. Y'all know what it is. Me and my co-host Mo, and it is what it is. We out. Peace.